It is a great honor and a privilege to introduce Leah Zamin. Your family was Cohen, and you were born in 1936 in Amsterdam.
In Amsterdam, yeah. Shaul was born in Arnhem.
And you and your...
And I was born in Amsterdam. And Miriam and Mordechai also.
And here we have a picture of your family. And you're in the middle.
Here, this is also us.
So you are in the middle, and Shaul is at the top, and Mordechai is the baby, and your sister Miriam is on the right, and your parents. And Miriam, she lives in Manchester.
Okay.
Miriam lives in Manchester, and your two brothers live in Jerusalem. So we're here in your beautiful home in Rehovot, your beautiful, magnificent home in Rehovot. And Leah, what do you remember about growing up? What do you remember about growing up, your home? Tell us a little bit about your family.
They were very, very nice. I've been in some places, and this was the last. And my uncle was in the Machteret, where always when they knew that they came they always wanted to fetch him, and when they came, they also took me away to another place. And it was, but I could always come back when everything was already closed. So.
But let me just ask, Leah, what do you remember about growing up in Amsterdam? What do you remember about Amsterdam before the war? Before the war?
Before I was still small, say 6. That's I remember the name of the street.
What was the name?
La Placestraat.
And do you remember the shul, the synagogue?
The shul, yes, also. But when we went there also, yes, I remember. And when I got married to my husband, he is also a Cohen, and my father also was Cohen. So I asked from Elohim if I could be born only men, because daughters, that was nothing for me, because I wanted that they could all, when they grew up, to be in the Beit HaMikdash again. Yeah, but the Beit HaMikdash nearly comes already, yes. So I have, but really I got only son.
Only son,
yes, it was very funny.
And Leah, what do you remember about growing up in Amsterdam? What do you remember about did you go to kindergarten?
No, we went to school, but then we had to go to another school only for Jewish people, that I remember. And so I don't remember really much.
Do you remember your Zayda and your Safta, your grandparents and uncles and aunts?
Yes, I remember. You know, when I was by the Goyim, I had to go with them to the church, and then before he came to say his prayer, he said always first, no, what he said, he said ze gaan het Yom HaShabbat lekant show באמצע. And that was, I thought, what a funny man. Shabbat, he doesn't even know what it is. I know, and I wanted to come up and tell him, but I saw everybody was looking at him. But, so that was that was. So I thought, it was very funny belief what they had.
But Leah, let me ask you.
That I remember. That I was in the church.
But what do you remember about? Do you remember when the war started, when the Germans came to Holland? Do you remember?
know, we were small and we went first to school, but afterward we had to go to another school, and it was also better, but there came also only Jewish children, so it was also nice. But I don't remember nearly really anything from that time.
And what did you speak at home? Did you speak Dutch at home or Yiddish?
We spoke Dutch.
And Yiddish, a bit of Yiddish?
Yiddish.
Hebrew?
My mother always, if she didn't want to know what she's speaking about, she talked to my father in Yiddish. In Yiddish. So I could hear it, but I could not go to speak it.
And did you have mainly Jewish friends, or did you have a few non-Jewish friends where you lived?
What, a Jewish what?
Your friends, were they mainly Jewish, or did you have also non-Jewish friends?
No, we went, somebody came to fetch me, and we had to go to another place. He had to bring me there, and when we got in the bus, so all of a sudden there came Esser Germanim, Esser
10 Germans.
Come above, and they took place next to us, and when took my valise and put his feet on it, and I was so angry, but I couldn't say anything. So I told this boy that was bringing me that they were very Rotmoffer. Rotmoff said that is dirty Germany. So he thought I was very funny. And then he took me first to his parents, and his father was head from all the Wachteret.
Resistance.
From the Wachteret in Friesland. So and I was there at some time, but afterward they had to further me on, and then I came to Rick Kloosterman. The Kloosterman, who also was in the Wachteret.
Also the resistance.
Kloosterman, he saved some 100 people.
100 Jews. 100 Jews.
70 Jews. He always took them to places where they could get, and he was very really, he did so much. So, but at home he never told about it. His daughters even didn't know, and I also not. But again, it was very funny. But yeah.
Wow. And Leah, do you remember saying goodbye to your parents?
Well, I don't hear.
When they took you, do you remember saying goodbye?
I remember what?
Saying goodbye to your parents when you left?
No, my aunt came to fetch me from where I was very bad because we were together with my father and mother and my uncle and aunt. We were together there, and all of a sudden I heard people, boys to get to downstairs. They were calling each other idiot. I didn't know the same idiot. I knew only Jood. Jood was Jude. And then I got very angry because what were they calling each other Jude? And so I got before the window and I asked downstairs, I am a Jew. So that was very dangerous. And then they put me away. I couldn't stay there any longer. And then I was in some places. But always when I came to Friesland, to the Mishpachat Kloosterman, they were the very nice people, mamash.
And they had a family?
Yes, they had a family. They had two children. And then my Tante Geeska, this was the woman who was keeping me. See, in Holland is it so, by the Goyim, it's really like this. At 6 o'clock they have to eat at the evening and then go to bed. So that's not like here that the children can stay the whole night even, but so they got to bed and she kept them on and so that they could see me and I could see them, and it was so nice, like I came in my family, because that was really nice that they should keep them up. So it was always very, very nice. And she loved me very nice.
Wow. And did you go to school? Did you go to school when you were...
Yes, and there I got to school. But sometime I had to go away, and I went go away because they were looking for my uncle, and they put me in Dokkum by three old women. They were all teachers in school, so they took me to school also, and then the master in school asked some boy to read the text in the book. So he read, and after he finished, the master asked, who knows what he didn't read. So I said the right word, and then the master asked, who said that? I said, Annie, Lady van den Berg. This was the only day that I was in school. I was not allowed to go further. You may not be better than everything. So you had to always be silent, and that's it. Yeah, that's very funny. So one day in school.
Only one day?
No, I couldn't went down back. But when I got again to Kloosterman, then there I could went to school. Okay, there I could go to school.
And the Kloostermen, were they Protestant or Roman Catholic?
But
were they Protestant, Christian or Roman Catholic?
No, were
Protestant.
Protestant.
And you went to their church?
They knew, of course, but I could went to school. Everything was okay there. Someday came there another girl with the master, and he thought this girl shall go now to learn with you in this class. So I thought that she always was Jewish. So I asked her, and really she was Jewish, and And then we were big friends, but that was very nice.
And did you have to go to church?
Yes,
Every Sunday?
Yes, of course. That's why I hear that the preacher was saying, keep the Shabbat day to heiligen. Le Shabbat, le Kaddish. And that was so funny. I thought that it's really idiotic. But he even doesn't know what is a Shabbat. I know. And I want to come up and tell him, but I saw that everybody was looking at this preacher and like he was some god, nearly. So I couldn't tell him. So, but I always thought after that's a very, very strange Gottesdienst. How you say Gottesdienst? Very strange. No, echt, they behaved themselves very strange. Because they thought something they even didn't know, and then because this preacher told them, they were,
And Leah, did you have enough food to eat? Or did you have enough food, or did you go hungry?
I don't hear.
Did you have enough food to eat enough food?
Yes, maybe that was okay. At the end of the war, also came there some people to eat because they were in South Holland and there wasn't anything to eat. So they came also to Kloosterman. And then my mother, not really mother, she always cooked for everybody. She was really very nice.
And was she very loving? She loved you?
But
did she show you a lot of love?
Yeah,
Was she very loving?
She was very nice. Always because of France, he took away 70 Jewish people to put them away, but they kept at him. That was Cohen.
And at school, did any of the children know that? At school, when you went to school, did any of the teachers or the children know that you were Jewish?
Don't know if the teacher knew, but the children didn't know.
They didn't know.
No.
And did you ever hear from your parents during this time you were in hiding?
Okay, all the time it was nothing heard from them. I already thought that they were dead already.
Oy.
Because I couldn't get a michtaf,
no letter, no
letter, nothing. Nothing they wrote to me. So what sort of parents are to show them that to keep not their children by them and to send them away and afterwards not writing even.
Were you very upset?
I was not very upset. I only thought that they were dead already. Okay. Because which parents should don't do such a thing? It was very funny.
And did you make good friends when you were in the school?
Yes, I had this girl that was my best friend.
What was her name? Do you remember her name?
Yes, Fietja. Fietja. Ken.
So here we have a picture of when you were. This is such a lovely picture.
Afterwards came Sicha.
And this is. What was the name of the mother in the picture? The lady in the picture.
Here, Tante Geeska. But you know, her name before she married was Geeske Cordel. Cordel is not a Jewish name. And then I thought that the people in 11 Abama Tishim V'Shtayim
In 1942.
when they have to leave, they got from Spain and for
in 1492.
I thought they went also a lot of people went to Italy, and some afterwards some people from Italy came to Holland.
That was
and
the
I thought
expulsion.
That she was one of them. No, because Cordel, it's not a Jewish name, not at all.
It's not a Dutch name.
No, that was her last name. That was not
a Dutch name either.
Okay, Cordel, that stayed like that. And she really loved me. She was really like a mother. No, we met.
And what was her son's name in the picture? Her son?
I don't see the second. This is Johannes, and this is me, Leah. Leni van den Berg.
What a beauty! And how old were you? How old were you in this picture?
How old I was there? 7.5.
7.5. Amazing. That's really, whew. It's so special. And she was very loving towards you. She was very kind.
She was very kind. Mamash, like a Jewish man. Mamash, she was I wrote this.
Can you read it? It's
Yes, of course. Wie één mensenleven redt, redt de hele wereld.
One who saves.
Kol hamakayem nefesh echad ke'elu kiyem olam shalem.
So a person who saves one life saves the entire world. Wow. Because it was very dangerous.
What?
It was very dangerous to save it was very dangerous.
Yes,
If they were caught, they could have been.
Because always when they came to fetch my uncle, I always had to go away.
Wow. And do you remember any Germans coming into your town that you were in? Do you remember any German soldiers?
Because before they always they put me away. They sent me somewhere else. But where in our village, there were at the end of the village there were many German people, and but we may not go to there.
What was the name of the village?
Engvirum. Dat is in the north, by the North Sea.
And how long did you stay there?
What?
You stayed there till the end of the war?
I don't
Were you staying there till the end of the war?
When you stayed.
You stayed till the end of the war with the family? How long did you stay?
Okay, they were very nice. That was.
But till the end of the war? You were living there till the whole duration of the war?
They told me afterwards if my parents shouldn't come back, then they should leave me at them.
But you stayed there till the war finished?
Yes, of
You
course.
were with them the whole time?
Because there was no train, there was no nothing to go. And I don't know, my father, he came, but the Freesmen, they are very high, and all of a sudden came my father, and I saw a very little man, and I didn't remember him. No, not because when I was small, when I was still at home, he was for me also a big man, but I forgot, and then I went to Friesland, and everybody there was big, so I didn't remember him, but they told me that he was my father, and I took this for real, and I went with him because I wanted to see my mother and my brothers and sister.
And
So
Leah, when your father came,
yeah.
do you remember meeting him? You remember that encounter? You remember when you met your father?
I remember what?
When your father came, do you remember that day when it happened? Do you remember it?
I don't hear
Do you remember when you met your father?
When I was?
When your father came to fetch you, you remember that day?
When my father came to fetch
Do you
me.
remember it?
Yeah, I remember that, of course.
And how was your feeling?
That I with my head, I knew this was my father, but I didn't remember him. So when he told me he wanted to take me to see my mother and my sister and my brothers, I went with him.
Wow.
Yeah, that was very, everything was a little strange in those times.
And was it difficult to say goodbye to the Dutch family?
Okay, that was my family.
But when you said
Yes.
goodbye, it was...
I said goodbye afterwards. We went to visit them, and I always every year sent them a box of tapusim.
Oranges.
What is that?
Oranges.
Oranges.
Leah, can I ask you?
It was the only thing I could really think about from here. And it was the children and the grandchildren, they always remembered that, because then the whole family came together to have from those oranges.
Leah,
It was really nice.
it's amazing. Leah, can I ask you,
Yeah.
when your father took you back,
Okay.
this is at the end of the war, in 1945?
Okay.
How did you react when you saw your mother again? When you saw your mother?
Yeah, then I knew her because my mother was bigger than my father, and I could remember her.
And
And my brother and sister, I also.
you remember? And did you...
Mordechai,
I'm just going to show the picture again. This is before the war.
Mordechai he doesn't die because he was a baby when he went away. He was only 7 months when he had to go away. But that's the girl that came from Holand and who I thought she was only Jewish. We talked together, and she told me she also was from Amsterdam, but before she came to Friesland, she was first in a place called Utrecht, and the people there, they also had a little boy, a baby boy, and this wasn't their boy. So I said, oh, a little boy, this was my little brother. And so we always keep that like our secret, that she was together with my little brother. And after the war, my mother, everybody, I told that Mordechai was with Fitje. Then she wanted to, because she was also a Jewish girl, she invited her to be at us for Shabbat. So she came, and then she thought she also took photographs with her, and she will show it from there. And then she took it, and then I thought, how is this possible? I had no I knew for myself this was true, but I had nothing really to go on. And then she kept the photograph, and it was really Mordechai's stepmother.
Gee,
so funny.
It's amazing. And Leah, do you remember the yellow star?
I had this. When I was 6, I had to go.
So here's just a picture of the yellow star, and with your brother and your sister. And here you're wearing the yellow star. And this is before the war. This is during the war, where you were wearing the yellow star.
Yeah, but here, I've got this here already.
Yeah.
I have got this here already.
Yeah.
No.
Over here, you're wearing the yellow star.
I have. I didn't hear and I didn't see it.
Yeah, you're wearing the yellow star.
Yes, I have forgot it already, because I was already 6.
Wow. And Leah, when you met you were reunited with your mother and your 2 brothers and your sister, how did you feel?
Oh, that was very nice to see them again. So that that was my family, really. So that was really very nice.
And you all got on very well. You became very close again as a family.
Good, yes. But with Mordechai, we were always the most close, because I told them that Fieke, my friend, was together with him. I told them about that I remembered on Mordechai that he was with her. So afterwards we were the most close together with Mordechai.
And what happened to your grandparents and your uncle? What happened to the rest of the family? Your grandparents and your uncles and aunts? Do you know what happened to your uncles and aunts?
They never talked about the war. But in the beginning, not the better, Right afterwards, some 40, 50 years ago, 40, 50 years after the war, they started to talk a little bit, but my father never told us nothing.
And your mother?
My mother told me a little bit, not much, but she told me.
You know, Leah, it's incredible that your whole family...
I don't hear.
It's amazing that your whole family survived. That the whole family survived the war.
Really was a nest.
It's a miracle.
Everybody this was really a nest.
It's very unusual, very, very rare.
Very, because we all stayed. That it was really something special.
And that your parents, that they were also in hiding and that they survived. And not only that your parents managed to get you all back. There were many cases.
My father came, because there were no trains, there were no buses, nothing. So he kept hitchhiking.
Wow.
No, and we also went back like this.
And when you went back, where did you live? Were you in Amsterdam?
Then we went to school again.
And where did you live?
First of all, we were living in the Joodse Invalide. We were 2 years. That was for sick people in the house. And on the second floor, there were only Jews who came back from nothing. So there we went, and we went there, and we stayed there 2 years till we had a house again. It was very difficult.
And going to school, do you remember the school that you went to after the war?
Okay, I remember, of course, and Miriam also.
What school did you go to? Do you remember the name?
I remember him.
Do you remember the name of the school?
Yes, of course.
What was the name?
Shaul. But first they called him Saul.
But what was the name of the school?
The name of the school. This was a Jewish school. I don't remember exactly.
And
no.
And the synagogue, the Beit Knesset, the synagogue. Do you remember going to Beit Knesset for the?
I came there very young, and everybody who came there came from the camps or something, and they were much older than me. But I always told, I always kept with them, also in school. But I was always the youngest girl.
You were the youngest.
Okay, that was not nice.
And
to be the youngest one, lesglassman, it's not nice.
And did you make a lot of friends when you went back to school?
Yes, of course.
And what type of work did your father do? What type of work did your father?
I don't hear.
What was your father's profession? What did your father do?
My father was Koopman. He was with metals and metalen. I don't know how to say it. Also not in Hebrew.
But he.
Koopman. Misschien metalen,
with metals. And Leah
was not really very good job.
Leah, did you speak to your sister and your brothers about the war, about being in hiding?
No, never.
To your brothers, and your sister?
Never. Well, my parents also didn't talk about it, so we couldn't. We had to go further, and what was behind that we had to forget.
But you went to visit the family.
Yes, I went to sometimes very again.
Did you go with your?
And she also came to us here in Jerusalem. And we were first in Haifa. She came also to visit us there, and she was really kind. We always kept a
connection.
And said that was nice, but.
And your friends at school after the war, a lot of your friends, did they have parents or did they?
No, they came from the camps and everywhere. They were also a little older than me. I was always the youngest because I went to school there, but that wasn't the same.
So Leah, this is an original letter that was sent to you, and this is the first letter that you got.
Yeah, it was the first.
This is on the reverse side.
Letter.
And what does it say?
Wat is zo? Hier, voor de jaren geleden, le Yom Holedet Shaleni, Etzel, maar Frans Kloosterman beëngwieren. We kan zeggen ja, om jou te hobbels wordt. אבל אף פעם לא ידעתי מי זה היה יו, כי הוא בא בדוקם, איפה שהייתי, בית הספר, ואצל שלושה אנשים האלה. וכל הבית
three people.
היה מלא עם אנשים אנשים שצריכים היו להתעלם.
לאה באנגלית?
אז אני סיפרתי לאחת מהם, זה...
Okay, Leah, hold on. So Leah, this is a letter that you received.
I was, when I was in Dokkum, by those three teachers, then their house was full of people they have to hide. And I got to talk with them, and he remembered that I told him that I was Yom Holand.
Your birthday.
And then I got this letter from him, and he remembered. I told him I was riding on and I nearly fell down, but I didn't. So but so, and as hartelijk.
In Dutch, you can read it in Dutch.
Hartelijk. המזל טוב לבבי עם היום הולדת השמיני, ואני מקווה שתגדלי לבת גדולה שבכל וכל המסתנדרים שבכל תשארי לשבת באוקף.
Wow. Can you read it in Dutch? Can you read it in Dutch?
אתה רוצה לראות את זה?
בדutch.
Hartelijk gefeliciteerd met je 8e verjaardag, Yom Holand Hashmini. Waarbij ik hoop dat je een grote meid mag worden die onder alle omstandigheden in een zadel blijft zitten. Noha yafé.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. And this is, wow. It's magnificent. Wow. That's wonderful. And can I ask, when you went to visit the family, did you go with your parents? When you would go and visit after the war, when you would go and visit, did you go with your parents to go visit?
To them, yes.
Who went? You went with your brothers and your sister as well?
I don't.
Did you go by yourself with your parents, or did your brothers and sisters come with you to visit?
Yes, I told them where I was, and first time that we went, my mother came also with me, and yes, and then she took a picture, a big one, and took it, and she gave it to them. They didn't want to get it because it was so beautiful, and it was only one thing, one of the few things that they got back. But how they talked. My mother was standing on what she said, and she brought this to them.
Wow.
And they took it, and they were very nice again.
And Leah, when you were in hiding, what did they call you? What name did they call you?
By Leni van den Berg.
Leni van den Berg. Wow. And let me ask, when you were in school, you went to high school in Holland, in Amsterdam?
Yeah. And I went to school.
And then high school as well?
No, never. Nobody nobody talked about where he was during the war.
And you never spoke to your brothers and your sister?
Even my best friend, I knew she was there, but we never talked about this. After 40, 50 years,
Did any of the teachers
started talking a little.
Did any of the teachers ask you?
What?
Your teachers, did they ask you what happened
No.
during the war?
No, they never did.
And at home you never spoke about it?
No, we never did. In the beginning, nobody talked about this. Nobody talked about where he was and what went with him. Nobody talked.
And Leah, did you join...
Because we had to go further.
Did you join B'nai Akiva? Did you join a B'nai Akiva or a youth movement?
Okay, first I went to Holand, but afterwards I went to B'nai Akiva because we had a choir and we were singing there, and I liked this very much. Yeah.
And when did you meet your husband? When did you meet your husband?
Okay.
When did you get married?
Yeah.
You got married in Holland?
No, we got married here.
So when did you come?
My parents, they came for the wedding.
When did you come to Israel?
What?
When did you come to Israel?
When you did?
What year did you come to Israel? When did you come to Israel? When did you leave Holland?
To Israel.
Yeah.
End of 1959.
In 59.
59. I came alone.
And where did you go when you came here?
I first went to my friend. She was already living here in Netanya, and I first went to her. And that was very nice. We were very friends together. First I went to her, and then from Denver I went to Bnei Brak because I had an aunt there, and I started to look for a job to do. And I found in Tel Aviv there was not so much, and not so many time. And then my uncle wrote me that he has got good friends in Haifa, so they could help me find a job. So I went to Haifa, and they took me to their place of work. Shama, I was really many years. There was some Haifa when we went to Jerusalem, and also I was also 14 years with that one. And then we got to Jerusalem with my husband.
Where did you meet your husband? Where did you meet him?
In Haifa.
He was also he was also a survivor.
They knew us. They kept each other with us, and then they told me that it should be a nice shidduch. So first we went. We still didn't talk so much, but sometimes I said I couldn't go on with it. But then came my uncle and aunt, and other uncle and aunt. They came to visit me, and then she asked me, didn't you know anybody? I did, but it didn't go on. So she told me, and now you are telephoning him. Said, no, I couldn't. And then she said, sit down, and she said she doesn't go away before I have to phone him. So I had no, and I phoned him, and then it was okay. He came very, very quick. He came, and then everything was okay. And and afterwards we married in Haifa. And first we went to live there.
And your parents came for the wedding?
In Haifa, and some years Moshe and Jonathan were born there. And then we went to Jerusalem, ושם אנחנו...
And you...
to Jerusalem, ושם Mordechai was born.
And you were living in Beit Vegan?
כן.
Wow. And I just want to ask you, you went back to Holand to see the family. You would go back and meet the family.
Yeah, they came to visit me afterwards. Really nice.
And what you did, you organized for the family to have Chasidei Amot Halam, righteous amongst the nations at Yad Vashem.
No,
they planted a tree in Yad Vashem.
My parents told them where I lived, so they came to visit me. Really nice.
And Leah, they were given Chasidei Amot Halam. They were given in Yad Vashem. They planted a tree in Yad Vashem. This is a picture of the tree that the family planted.
No,
This is the family that saved you. And this is in Yad Vashem, planting a tree, the righteous Chasidei Amot Halam.
Dat is, hier zit Tante Geeske.
Wow. That's where they... So in the picture, who is in the picture? Leah, can you tell us who...
No, I don't remember who called. This is my husband, Zevi, Ken. Als je ze Jonathan. יכול להיות שזה יונתן.
Okay.
כן.
And where are you?
That is me.
And this is the tante, and the man in the middle?
Yeah, that's the man from Yad Vashem. He showed us where to plant this
the tree. So this is your husband, and you are on the right, and your son, and planting the tree at Yad Vashem. It's very special. It's that they were given Chasidei Amot Halam.
Special.
And this is the Dutch family. I'll just show you here. This is the family that saved you.
Ze כל המשפחה, Tante Geeske.
Tante Geeske.
It was a week later she was 90.
Wow.
Her baby, very much people, they get very old. Who saved Jews during the war. Okay.
So this is the family. Wow. You can see and they sent this to you.
Huh?
This is very special. They sent this picture to you of their family. On her 90th birthday. Wow. They sent you the picture. And this is a picture of your family.
This are us. Yaakov ואני, והנה כל הילדים
the children and the grandchildren. When they came to visit, this is your family. It's wonderful. Sure. It's really, really wonderful. And Leah...
great-grandchildren.
10 great-grandchildren. Amazing. Ken and Hora, wow. And Leah, your father during the war, while he was in hiding, your father was very clever. He wrote a luach. He wrote a luach. From memory, your father wrote a luach.
No, I didn't.
Your father wrote a luach. A calendar, a luach.
No, I didn't write it down.
Your father wrote a luach.
I don't.
Okay. Leah, I am so grateful to you. Thank you so much. There are no words.
You don't.
There are no words. No, your family story is just miracles, miracles and miracles. That the whole family survived, that your parents were in hiding and they came to fetch your sister and your 2 brothers, and that you were reunited as a family, and that you all remained very religious.
Yes,
the whole family.
And that my little son got his Sgan Aloof. That's not easy to get.
He was just awarded Sgan Aloof. All the officers.
Very beautiful.
And your whole family remained religious, very religious, your whole family. Your sister's religious, your brothers are religious.
Yeah, my sister, she's living in Manchester.
Wow.
I always told her to come here because it's dangerous in Manchester.
It's become dangerous,
I said, no, everything is here okay. And after that, they had a big shooting and everything.
It was in the synagogue. So this is a picture of your brother. This is Shaul.
Shaul came.
And Leah, something very, very amazing that your father, while he was in hiding, your father, from memory, he wrote a calendar. It's unbelievable that your father wrote a luach, a calendar, while he was in hiding. It's just incredible that. And this is a picture of the calendar that he wrote every month, all the birthdays, and Shaul has it. It's in his home. Okay. He has the original calendar. But Leah, afterwards you worked at Yad Vashem, and you wrote the letters for Chasidei Mot Olam at Yad Vashem.
What is the name for?
The names at Yad Vashem. You wrote for Chasidei Mot Olam at Yad Vashem. You were working.
I don't.
You worked at Yad Vashem?
To where?
Yad Vashem. You were working?
Yad Vashem, sorry.
Yeah, you were working?
Yes, I learned that in Holand to be a graphic artist. And then I went to Yad, but when I came to Israel, that was not so good known because there were no schools then. And so when I went to Yad Vashem, it was very nice, and I was being there for nearly 40 years.
Wow.
That's a long time.
And what did you do?
I did do on the paper they sent to the people who saved Jews. I wrote the names and the date and full of things.
And you did it for so many years?
In some tales were in Dutch, no, not in Dutch, in French and in English and in Polish and in Russian and in Ivrit.
And in Dutch as well?
No, Dutch not. They got it in England.
In England, wow.
Okay, in English.
In English. Amazing, amazing. And Leah, I have to ask you, have you ever thought, what would you do? What would you do if you were in their position? Did you ever think what would have happened if you were in the position of the family that saved you? Would you put your life at stake to save another child?
I don't know.
It's a difficult question. Okay. And okay, we'll just stop. And Leah, can I ask you, what message do you give? What message do you give to your children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren and to the future generations?
They never left me alone on Shabbat. They always came to catch me and then they bring me back. The last Shabbat I was in Kedumim. That's where Jonathan lives. And he has got, because all their grandchildren were coming and they were so nice.
Oh, it's wonderful.
He has got 4 grandchildren already. The big one, he came to sit on me and then I שרתי לו שיר קטן, אבל מאוד מאוד
You sang a little song.
Only he could hear it. So he put his head down and he was listening all the time. It was so nice.
Wow. And Leah, what message do you give? What message do you give? A message to the future generations?
Future generation, I don't know. I think they always know what to do, but I couldn't have known that they should want to be סגן אלוף.
It's a very, very big honor. It's a very big honor. And you're happy that you came to Israel?
ממש.
Wow, that's a big honor. And Leah, you're happy that you came to Israel, that you live in Israel?
Okay,
you're very happy you came here?
Okay, בטח, because in Holland there wasn't much to look for.
Sure.
Nothing.
And Leah, can you give us, being a Bat Cohen, can you give us all a bracha for Am Yisrael?
Okay, that's I met Yaakov, and Yaakov also Ben Cohen, but he always was in the army and he did Mamet, and I always thought him, sure, he shouldn't have been there because he was the only son from his family and his family were all dead.
And he was a survivor.
He was the only one living. Wow. So, but he liked it in the army. He was always nice. And Zevi got it from him.
And
okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much.
Nothing to thank.
I am so grateful to you.
I thank you very much for coming.
No, it's been such a schut, such a great honor and a privilege to be with you. Thank you so much, Leah.
תודה רבה.
תודה רבה.